From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at Tommy Back's, back at the bar, brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, as well as the wealth management team of Bruss Nutter in Ponte Vedra Beach. We got a great show lined up for you today. Arthur Hairston is here from North Florida Behavior Consultants. Christine Arsenault is here from Lime Support, and Adam Wolf from Wolf Retirement. Let's welcome in the panel. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Doing good.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm
Absolutely.
a big fan of the show.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're here. Tell us about North Florida Behavior Consultants.
So we are an applied behavior analysis company. What all that means is we work with kids with autism and related disorder ages 3 through 12.
Okay.
And we work with kids in the home, in the schools, community, and then we also have our clinic on the south side of town.
Okay. That's a really specialized, thing that you have to become masterful at, I would imagine, right? Is it a certain program that you guys created, or did you find one that you just liked, or how did that come about?
Just my beginning, of course, is I was a special education teacher for the longest.
Okay.
And just through school and just my contacts, somebody said, you know what, you'd be good at being a board certified behavior analyst.
Okay.
So I do my research, find out more about it, and then I find out, I get to work with kids with autism and other related disorders like I'm already doing, but I get to do it more one-on-one instead of in a group. So these are personalized sessions that we have. They're one-on-one. We don't do a lot of group stuff unless it's needed.
That's great, man.
Yes.
Great work out in the community. We'll come back to you because I got a couple of questions about that. Christine Arsenault is here, right? Did I get that correct?
You got that right.
From Lyme Support, a Lyme disease support group, I would imagine, correct?
Yes. We provide health coaching to people that have chronic Lyme disease, pain, fatigue, brain fog, anxiety, those kind of issues. And I use my training as a pharmacist and a health coach to help create a plan to get them back into vibrant health.
You're a pharmacist as well.
Yes,
all right,
I am.
Good for you. What a great field.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for?
About 14 years.
All right, cool. Where'd you do your schooling? Here in Florida? Or?
Actually in Michigan.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good. How long have you been down here?
Since the fall.
Oh,
So pretty new to
newbie
Florida.
almost. All right, good. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
I've been here a long time. It's a great city, and I'm from up north too, so you'll enjoy it hopefully. So tell us about the support group. How did it get started? How did you get involved?
Yeah, well, my interest in Lyme disease started when I had my own health journeys.
Okay.
And as a pharmacist and a health coach, I kept seeing that people that had Lyme disease for a long time just weren't getting the help that they needed. They were still sick. They were suffering from all these symptoms. Mm-hmm. And I knew that, my profession as a pharmacist, just giving medications for symptoms wasn't really solving the issue.
Yep.
And so in my own healing, I had to really dig deep and kind of use a whole holistic approach.
Okay.
And so that's what really got me passionate about helping others. And so I use, the whole mind, body, spirit approach, and looking at nutrition and mindset and your whole life, basically, in order to heal.
Wow, good for you. That's fantastic stuff. Adam Wolf from Wolf Retirement. What's up, man?
How are you?
I know you're also here to talk about Jack's Pal as well, but how's business going, man? Everything
business
good?
is good. So, Wolf Retirement, what we do is we're a boutique company that focuses on retirement planning for individuals as they near retirement and during retirement. And we focus heavily on the investment side, the planning side, and also the tax side to build well-rounded plans for individuals to get them to and through retirement successfully. So we're staying busy right now.
You've been doing that a long time, huh?
Yeah, this is 22 years of helping folks in the financial services arena. So we've been going at it for a long time.
Jack's Pal is a big part of what you do as well.
Correct. Jacksonville Police Athletic League. I'm a board member. I'm always raising awareness for helping the kids of the community with after-school care, awareness, advocacy for these kids, and having a very safe place for them to do sports and aftercare in the community. And we just had our 50th anniversary this year as
incredible.
well. So 50 years strong.
Yeah, and is the boxing program still as strong as it was? It used to be very strong back in the day.
The boxing program is strong. I don't have all the information on that now, but they have a pretty. They're traveling and they're winning, and
that's
they're going
great.
at it.
Maybe you and Arthur got something to talk about off air, right? I mean, just helping the youth out there, and maybe there's some that could use his services as well. In that realm. Arthur, when you when a kid comes into your fold that has autism and other, like symptoms, whatnot, what's the first step? I mean, how do you gain their trust? Like, how do you break that down? I would imagine that would be one of the first things you'd
It
have
is
to
one
do.
of the first things we try to do. We call it pairing. So we're not asking them really to do much. We're trying to see what it is that they like. We kind of just follow the lead before we even ask anything. And it might take a week or 2 weeks of them just getting comfortable with us before we're trying to get them to do anything. Let's just say, for instance, we're working on hygiene, especially with my boys, and putting on deodorant or brushing teeth. I'm not going to ask them first day, all right, we're going to be practicing this right here. We're going to ease our way into that so they can, find us kind of reinforcing.
Yeah, because they gotta trust you, right? First and
Yes,
foremost.
that's very important with the
That's
services.
great, man. Well, keep up the great work, man. I'm glad you're here and you're doing awesome things out there in our community. Christine, you were mentioning that off air that there are numerous ways to get Lyme disease. I mentioned ticks, obviously, but I didn't know mosquitoes and other insects.
There's
as
other
well.
insects that carry it as well, and there's even scientific data that shows it might be sexually transmitted, and it can also be transmitted through childbirth.
Wow, no kidding.
So sometimes those things are overlooked.
Yeah.
The other thing is with the tick bite, a lot of people don't see a tick because they're so small.
Right.
And they actually inject you with the anesthetic so you can't feel their bite. So if you don't get the typical bullseye rash, you might not even know that you were bitten by a tick.
Right.
And it's estimated that less than 50% of people actually get that rash.
Jeez. And that just starts shutting down your system just little by little.
It can mimic many different things. And the bacteria that causes Lyme disease, it's a spirochete. So it's a little spiral thing, and it can bore into your tissues. It can go into your heart muscle, your brain. So it can show up as all these different symptoms, which is another reason it's kind of hard to figure out. Sometimes people get misdiagnosed with something else.
Great. How can people find you?
LymeSupport.com.
Simple enough. LymeSupport.com. Keep up the great work. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, Adam, final word with you. You just said 50-year anniversary of Jack's Pal. What's the next 50 years look like, my man?
Yeah, so we're going to be around for a lot longer in the community, and there's lots of different, different awareness that we're raising, advocacy that we're raising for the kids, the after-school programs, all of the athletic programs that we do. There's a great need for that, coming potentially into a recession, funding, and so we have really strong funding sources, and we thank all of our donors who've supported us in the past. And I tell my clients, if you can't donate with money, it's time, it's effort and energy, or getting the awareness out there. So that's what we're looking forward to, another 50 years of strong programs for the kids.
Well, all three of you, thanks for doing the great work out there in our great city, man. Awesome. All right, that'll do it for us here on The Horse's Mouth. If you want to see more of these kind of conversations, go check us out at iwannabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. And back at Tommy Mack's, back at the bar, we're going to talk some business. Brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar, Lounge and Spirits, and the Wealth Advisory Group of Bruss Nutter down in Ponte Vedra Beach. Great to be here and great to be alive. And we got a great show for you as well. Wally Conway is here from Home Pro Inspections, Andrew Bowman from We Are Hype Inc., and Charles Johnston from Heartwired Digital Solutions. Let's welcome in the panel. Wally, how are you, my friend?
Grateful to be
Always
here.
great to see you, buddy. Cheers.
Bam.
Life treating you well?
Very well.
I saw you had a couple deals go this past week. You got a good team, right? You're the inspection team. You got the realtor team, and you guys are closing deals together, man.
We
good,
are
good job.
grateful. 30 years now, and people treat us right. Very, very grateful.
Well, you treat them right. I know that. That's for sure. Andrew Bowman is here from We Are Hype Inc. Welcome back, man.
Yes,
you were here before talking business, but now we're talking about something near and dear to your heart. Tell us about Hype.
We Are Hype Incorporated is eventually going to be the premier youth development and recreational facility in Northeast Florida.
Okay.
That's our vision. We're going to start small. The Hype stands for helping young people everywhere. And I needed the help that I'm trying to provide when I was young.
Okay.
And we're looking to just change the landscape in Jacksonville, Florida when it comes to not only athletics, but saving these kids' lives and getting them out of the streets.
I'm going to give
That's
you props,
great, man.
too, buddy,
Yeah.
because
Thank you.
you were one of those kids.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
And you've earned this,
Yep.
and you fund this, and we're just proud of you, and we're grateful to know you. I
No
love
doubt.
what you're doing in the community
Yes, sir.
and
Thank
the
you.
example that you are. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're setting a great example, no doubt about it. We'll come back. Of course, Charles Johnston is here. How are you, Charles? Welcome
well.
back again.
Thank you.
How you
Thanks for
been, man? How's business?
Doing well.
Yeah.
We're chugging along. We're keeping evolving.
Okay.
As last time we were here, I shared that we are now a marketing agency, and we keep adding on
Right.
additional tool sets for that, and keeping our software stack a little different than what it was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And that way, and the reason why we're evolving is because our clients need it to.
Okay.
We're evolving as they evolve, and obviously with post pandemic, everybody's trying to figure out what the next step is, and
Yep.
we're trying to be that partner for them.
Yeah, sure.
Along the way,
Sure.
providing all marketing assets that we can possibly do.
Is e-commerce part of that? Like
It is.
You create those platforms because that seems to be getting bigger and bigger for a lot of companies.
It seems like everybody's moving to
Right.
that model.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of our business right now is e-commerce websites.
Is it really?
And
Yeah.
both e-commerce websites as well as apps.
Right.
And app development.
That's kind of a natural pivot based on what we went through, right? I mean, people are. I mean, listen, I know about you guys, but Prime or UPS is at my house once a day.
Yeah.
You know what? Dropping off something. My
Absolutely.
daughter's ordering something. My wife's ordering something. I don't order anything.
My
But they
wife
would-
canceled my account.
My wife keeps
I'm no
that.
longer Prime.
But that's what I'm talking about.
And the
right?
creativity that's exploded out of people being locked down, right? And people are now creating brands that never existed before.
Right.
T-shirts, for example, are huge right now because everybody got bored of wearing the same thing every day, and so they started creating their own. And that's an e-commerce portal that people are starting to exploit because it's easy to do and it's lucrative.
Yep.
Because you can create a T-shirt relatively inexpensive and turn around and resell it, and people are actually buying them.
Yep.
And same thing goes for like artwork and stuff like that, and that's where we see a lot of the e-commerce coming from is actual creatives that are wanting to actually design something, create something in their house,
Yeah.
and then turn around and sell it.
You got to be mobile as a company, don't you? Just reading the market.
You
and,
do, and the biggest thing is you have to kind of watch and see the trends and move ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because if you wait to see, well, I'm not sure if this is going to work, you're too late.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest part. And we tend to watch what happens overseas and other parts of the country,
Yep.
not just locally, because those are a lot of times telling sources for what's going to happen here.
Yeah, that's great.
We got to get him with Andrew,
Yeah, no
creating
doubt.
some cool swag.
Look, my mind,
Yeah, no doubt.
the wheels are turning
So
in
we-
my
I
head.
I like
some
your
cool swag we can
logo,
fund
there,
it.
man. That's
Yes.
a cool logo.
So as he was talking about T-shirts, that's one of the things that we're gonna do to raise money.
Okay.
Our website. I need e-commerce. All
And
right.
I was noticing
Look
your
at what we
logo.
do.
You
We
actually
put people
donations.
together on these shows,
I'm
man.
so
just
happy
drink
that
now.
I'm here.
Our work
Cheers
is
to
done
that.
here.
Cheers. All right.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Hey, I want one of those shirts in large. I prefer long sleeve,
Okay.
but I'll be the first to order once you get this together.
Definitely, yes, sir. No,
I want to be a supporter.
they're in the process of being made.
Yep.
It just
Perfect.
takes this. So that's what I'm here for. I'm asking
Snaps
for
up.
some help.
There you
guys.
go.
We
Awesome.
looking for supporters.
And it's
donors.
based off what you went through as a youth, I bet,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. So, growing up in Baker County, it wasn't the best of lives, but I had my hand in a few different things. I was a varsity athlete on football and basketball by the time I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
But I also was straddling the fence, and I didn't have money, so I found ways to make my own money, which weren't the best ways.
Okay.
I hung out with some of the people that weren't the best people to hang out with, which put me in sticky situations, got me in trouble with the law, and thank God that I was able to get out of that trouble. And even as I graduated high school and moved back to Jacksonville, Florida, I still found myself getting into certain situations that I shouldn't have been in because of the people that I was hanging around and the things that I was doing. But again, God has allowed me to continue my passion, and He's placed me in multiple coaching positions in Jacksonville, Florida. He's allowed me to work with multiple organizations in Jacksonville, Florida. The Jacksonville Jaguars Foundation, the Jacksonville Iceman Foundation. I did my internship as I was finishing school at UNF for my sports management degree. And
Tommy Mack's place?
And I was here.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, you know, he's
That's
helped
graduation
me.
present.
He's helped me quite a bit. Exactly. So I've been in Jacksonville my whole entire life, and I know it like the back of my hand. I know very many people, and I know very many children that need help, you know, from third grade to high school to even young adults, you know.
That's right.
There's a lot of kids out here struggling.
Yeah, sit over here. You can feel the passion coming
No,
off.
absolutely.
So much passion.
It's there, man.
This is a dream that's been
really
evolving for 10 years or more, but it's amazing.
So how can people find you? I know you've got some work to do. How can we find you?
All social media is We Are Hype.
Okay.
If you look that up, you'll find it. We Are Hype Incorporated.org is our website. My Instagram is _Coach Drew or _Coach _Drew.
Okay.
But if you just type in Coach Drew, you're gonna find
We Are Hype on Facebook, man. We're gonna
all
get
over
you
the place.
everywhere.
You can find me
Count on
everywhere.
us.
Man, that's great stuff.
But yes, please
Yep.
go find us and look to donate and help us. Thank you so much.
Little
That's
hardwired
right.
coaching,
Yeah.
buddy.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
And look, when you do well, right, whatever that well means to you, and you're back in your community, you're giving back to your community, right?
Yes,
Big or
sir.
small, doesn't matter. Time, money,
Absolutely.
doesn't matter. You want a business out there, you're part of a business, you just, in general, should try your best to give back to your community as
Yep.
best you can.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, great to have you guys on, man.
Yes,
Peace
sir.
and love, all right? Keep up the good work. And listen, you're always welcome back at the bar. All right? As we say in Boston.
Thank you so much,
All right,
Tommy.
man. Always
Bam.
good. Always good.
sir.
Here, we'll do
Oh,
the
yeah.
we'll do the
Do that, yeah.
pump. All right, that'll do it for this time around. Hey, if you like these conversations that we have here at Tommy Max, go check more out at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at the bar, back at Tommy Max. We've got a great show lined up for you today, brought to you by our friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits, as well as the Brust Nutter Wealth Advisory Team in Ponte Vedra Beach. Today on the show, we have Della Sellers from Girls of Virtue, Jeannie Mitchell from EMDR Trauma Therapy Center, and Steve Milo from V-Trips. Let's welcome in the panel. Della, we'll start with you. How you doing, girl?
Good, how are
Welcome
you?
to the bar.
Thank you for having me.
How's it going?
Everything is amazing.
Tell us about amazing.
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
great. That's a good outlook. All right, tell us about Girls of Virtue.
Girls of Virtue is a young nonprofit in town for young women, 14 to 24.
Okay.
And we are in process of opening the first empowerment center in our city.
Cool.
So we've leased the old Daily Record building, and we're going to turn
Downtown,
it
nice.
into a place where we can teach life skills, money, credit. credit, business, entrepreneurship.
Okay, great. Did you get grants for that? How did you get the funding for that? Just out
So
of curiosity.
far, I also own a consulting firm in town called Virtue Consulting.
Okay.
My company donates 10% of our gross. And so
Aw,
far, that's what's
good
given
for
us
you.
the ability to be able to have the building. And now
Okay.
we're trying to raise the money to make the building sustain on its own.
How did you get started? Like, what's the passion for you to?
I created the program I needed as a kid.
Yeah, that you needed as a kid. Yeah.
The last 20 years shouldn't have been that hard.
Yeah.
It should have not been so hard from a kid to go from nothing to be able to be a business owner.
Wow.
And I just kept seeing kids struggle. So I decided when I launched my company, I could tithe 10% of my gross, and I could, help 5 kids a year. And 5 kids year grew into a plan to put 5 buildings in every county.
Yeah, that's great. We're going to come back to you. Thanks for being here. Jeannie Mitchell is here. Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, how you
Tell
doing?
me about EDMR Trauma Center over in Fleming Island, you said.
Right. I wanted to develop something that was a little more than just a regular counseling center. So I developed a center that treats a lot of veterans,
Okay, great.
first responders, everybody else out there that has ever experienced a trauma. And we built it and it came.
You're a Navy veteran as well as your husband.
My husband and I are both P3 flight engineers. We self-funded the project, did private practice for many years, saved up and bought a building, and there we are.
Cool. That's great. Helping veterans. And thank you for your service. Navy,
Thank you.
correct?
Yes.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that. But giving back, we have so many veterans that have come through here, and the help they need and the resources out there. Just for you to have that is fantastic, man. That's doing the Lord's work.
Thank you.
Keep it up. We'll be back to you as well. Steve Milo's here from V-Trips. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Tom.
What's up, man? You looking good? You looking like you're hitting the gym?
I'm trying to keep up
Yeah,
like you do.
it gets hard, man. That's harder every time.
I tell you what.
When
but
did you start V-Trips?
I started in 2006.
Okay.
Right here in Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra.
No kidding. How'd you get to, tell me your background a little bit. How'd you get to that point?
I was working in a technology e-commerce company.
Okay.
And I started with one vacation rental. And I've had a bunch of friends that asked me to start managing their vacation rentals.
Okay.
And in 2006, I started V-Trips with 20 vacation rentals.
Cool.
Today we have 7,000.
Do you really?
Wow.
Wow.
And we're the
Are you all
second-
throughout the country, or just were you in a certain region?
from Florida to Hawaii. We're the second largest in the United States.
That is awesome.
So
That is awesome. How did growth? How do you handle the growth? How do you look to the future? How do you keep it all together, Steve?
well, that's the tricky part, but you have to have good people. We've been able to recruit really strong leaders within the company. We've
Yep.
done a lot of merger and acquisition over the past 7 years. We just did 10 over the last 6 months.
Did you really? Cool.
We've acquired a lot of really good people with those companies. So, but it's the key. It's your leadership is your key to be able to drive a company. We have 1,000 employees, so
Yeah.
I really depended on my management team.
So, and you mentioned the management team. So, head coach getting his message all the way down to the trainer or whoever, right? I don't want to call him the end of the line, but all the way through the organization. How do you guys do that, right? In each perspective way, to make sure that it's run the right way, to make sure you're heading in the right direction, to make sure you're handling the growth. How do you do that?
I'll say for Growth Virtue, we're on the opposite end. We're a new company. So a lot of it's been trying to stand and live the values and the virtues in which that I expect from our team. And really being clear and open about what our mission is, our why. If I can tell them why we're doing the things we do and I engage them in all those conversations, then I think it makes a big difference.
Making them feel a part of it, part of the family.
Very much so.
Yeah. Early stage, startups are so... I deal with a lot of them. They're hard to do, man. They're not easy to do. How did you get through if you had struggles when you started, what would you say to that?
Well, first of all, it was just me, and then it was another one, and then there was somebody up front. And I think it's cultivating good people along the way.
Yep.
The individuals that came to work for me right away were people I've known for 10, 11 years, and we've been cultivating those friendships for that long. And having a mutual goal, which is helping people, kind of helps.
Right, absolutely.
And then you just lead by example and do what you want done to you. So it's kind of the golden rule.
Yeah. And being consistent, I think. I've had many leaders in my life. The consistent ones were the ones that I could follow, the ones that were consistent. You can say all you want. Talk is cheap, right? Words, deeds, not words. Coach Coughlin used to have that. Deeds, not words. That's what matters, right? But you got to get that across to make sure that it continues. And you're, as a company that's got a lot of people, you've got to make sure that goes all the way down the line. This is how it's done. This is what we expect. This is how you're rewarded, right?
Well, consistency.
Easier said than done. It seems easy.
Well, consistency is the key, right?
Yeah.
So you have weekly meetings with your staff. You make sure you make the meetings, you're on time. We do company newsletters. We do virtual conferences. But also I spend a lot of time going out to the individual offices and meeting with the people, not just the managers, but the cleaning people, the maintenance people. And that says a lot. So it's all of that. And then, we have pretty active social media on LinkedIn.
Sure.
Where we send out corporate message, but it's everything, right? And you're right, it's consistency. So no question about that.
What advice would you give Della, or what advice could you give Della as a startup, right? I mean, you've been there, you know what it's like, right?
Well, sometimes it's good just to be small. It's not for everyone to be big. And I've seen a lot of companies get into trouble trying to grow too fast because some people, it becomes less fun when you get big. I mean, you've got to really want to be big and take all of the challenges that it comes. So I tell a lot of entrepreneurs, hey, look, if you like what you're doing and you enjoy what you're doing and you're making decent money, then why take on more growth than you need to? Sometimes it's easier to be smaller and limit your growth than to try to be too aggressive and get yourself into trouble.
Yeah. Well, and staying focused, right? You have a focus. You know what you're looking to build, right? And you're going to stay on that focus. Good luck with all.
That was some of the best advice I got when we first launched the nonprofit, was to stay in our lane.
Yeah.
Is that as we were growing, that if I set a mission to help young women for this, and this is what we were going to do, that I had to find the right partnerships rather than trying to fill the void, especially when you're dealing with kids, youth that's looking and wanting and needing, you want to try to fill all of it for them.
That's right. So. You've got to take care of the youth for the future.
They're the next generation.
No doubt.
They're going to make the difference.
3 of them myself. No doubt about it. All right, Jeannie, last word here. Girl, how can our veterans find you?
Go to the website, www.emdrtt.com.
Okay.
And that's just the easiest way to do it.
Great. We'll keep up the great work. All three of you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
And thanks for being here. Yeah, it was awesome. All right, that'll do it for us this time around. If you like these kind of conversations, check more out at iwanttabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there, and we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.